well, yes, continuing our focus on what to expect just ahead of the elections. Dr. Isuwa Dogo joins us today, political scientist and also a member of PDP. Morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Good morning, and thank you.
Well, yes, indeed. I mean, looking at all of these preparations, both from the electoral umpire, politicians, even citizens, well, one also wonders, are we factoring in development in all of these discussions that political parties, when they talk about 2015? Because yes, we know that new parties are being registered, and of course, some concerns for the ruling party. First of all, don't you think that that's a realistic concern now?
Sorry, I did not very much get you when you said, do we factor in development?
Development in terms of that, first of all, when parties come to campaign, I mean, we saw a report which talked about neglect. Parties ordinarily will come to you and then campaign, promising one or two things. But now that people will definitely yearn for a change, we've seen the PDM being registered, we've seen the Independent Democrats being registered, and they say, or do you think that the ruling party, the PDP, will definitely have a lot of concern this time?
The PDP has never lost focus in its concern for development. The newspapers are awashed with decisions taken almost on a daily basis on several aspects of the economy. The power sector, the road sector, educational sector, health sector, and every aspect. For the fact that people have already given in to the aspect of thinking that every single thing that is done by a ruling party has to be criticized, justly or unjustly. I mean, it's not something which the PDP is worried about. I can tell you for certain that there is no political party that is registered or to be registered in the real sense of it that is a threat to the PDP. The PDP is a well-organized, focused, balanced, articulate, and consensus party in every aspect and in every department of it. And therefore, responding to some of the issues that the opposition raises at all times is not even an issue, because you can see that we simply ignore a good number of them, except when it becomes a little bit necessary to respond to some of them.
Isn't that a political strategy?
Well, it is not. It is a political strategy, a good strategy. Them. Yeah, it's a good strategy for the PDP, because the Nigerian people know that a lot of the things they are saying, they don't even believe in them, they can't even do them, they don't even know them, they don't even have the slightest idea on how to get along to do them.
The same Nigerian
and we can
people
see that in the states they control, there is nothing to demonstrate that what they say or accuse the PDP of doing or not doing, that they have perfected it.
You say there is nothing?
Nothing. What is it? What is it that is there in the states controlled by the APC that you can even compare with those controlled by the PDP? Give
us the analysis. On what basis do you say that?
No, if you have something that is different from what I have said, tell me. What aspect? Take electricity. It's a deregulated aspect. Nobody has stopped any state government in any way from going headlong into developing power. So, can you give us statistics where the APC, if they say, look, we are going to get 40,000 megawatts, where in the states controlled by them that they have 4,000, they have 400, they even have 4? Tell me.
But
we are giving examples.
We had a gentleman who was here yesterday, and he talked about almost the same line of argument now in terms of the persons who are in the APC and the kinds of leadership they provided in their states. He talked about development. He talked about infrastructural development. He talked about how they go about their internally generated revenue. He talked about, and now you say there is no such one. And he sharply compared it with those of the PDP. He says apart from one or two states within the PDP, he doesn't see them standing up to them.
And which are those states? If he is comparing apart from one or two states,
he talks about Akwa Ibom states.
Yes, and tell me the number of states in the APC that have shown significantly different, or even up to 1/10 of what has happened in Akwa Ibom state. In Lagos state, for example, you know, I give a lot of respect to Fashola, but look, what is the revenue? What is the internally generated revenue in Lagos state? It's 20-something billion, isn't it? and what is the size of Lagos State, and what all the other things that are obtained in Lagos State. So compare Lagos State with even that Akwa Ibom.
Why
so
is
if
it,
you are
why,
trying
why
to
is
say
it
that,
why
look,
is it why is
the
it for the
APC
why is it for the
states have
PDP,
done
Dr.
anything
Dogo, why is it
significant?
for the PDP? The only state you can easily cite is Akwa Ibom. Almost everyone who comes from the PDP, the only state you can cite is Akwa Ibom.
No.
And you have almost 23 or so.
Maybe
No,
those
why
people,
would you?
Maybe those
20
people,
governors,
maybe those people
you
cite
choose to
Akwa
cite
Ibom.
one. Perhaps tell us, is that a pass mark out of 20?
No,
You
no,
just
no,
cite
no, no,
one?
No. That is that person. Maybe they have not traveled, and maybe those people are just looking at one. But you can cite Akwa Ibom, you can cite rivers, you can cite Cross Rivers, you can cite Kaduna. Have you gone to Bauchi? Have you gone to Gombe? If you go to Gombe State and you see what is taking place in Gombe, you will be surprised.
What is happening in Gombe?
Look at the massive infrastructural network that is developed in Gombe State. You don't go there. And those people, and you see most of the other states in the north, look at Kano.
What exactly is happening in Gombe?
You are asking me, I'm trying to give you examples.
Have
you gone to Kano?
You say
look at the
infrastructural
transformation
network.
in Kano.
That's a bogus word. Let's break it down. What exactly is happening in Gombe?
I am talking of the infrastructure, the road network, the issue of building schools, renovating schools. I'm talking about Kano in terms of, revitalizing almost every aspect of life in Kano. We are talking of the same thing happening in Sokoto. We have seen a similar thing happening in Kaduna. Even during Yakowa, we saw the massive infrastructural network of what they were doing. And we have them. You know, we had the bypass roads that were constructed. We had housing estates that were developed. We had areas that were mapped out, and they are now under construction for mass housing. And if you doubt it, come. I will take you. I will sponsor you with my own money to Kaduna State and go and show you. You know, if you doubt it. So those who do not travel wide, who do not know.
We've been in Kaduna. We've seen Kaduna. But all of this you're saying is not different from what we see in all states, irrespective of political party. So when people come on to make it look like state A, B, or C is not working because of those little tiny things, the other time we had to even show what is happening concerning schools in Kaduna, how we showed some dilapidated schools in Kaduna, and we were there, yes, and it's still on tape here. And if you go around and you say it looks like we've not been going around, that perhaps this state is so big in terms of development.
Dilapidated ones.
Did
you see the reconstructed, refurbished, modernized ones? Did you put them? And if you doubt much, I can take you to go and see them, and you'll film them and also put them on tape and show the Nigerian people.
But I think you agree that these are the issues we should be looking at when we go towards the elections.
I agree with you. I agree with you perfectly. But what I'm trying to explain to you is this. PDP, we do not go into accusations and probably destructive kind of arguments for the sake of it. We want to follow things in an articulate, a sensible, and a defensible manner. We want to look at things in an objective manner. We want to look at things in the way that, look, if you say something, you can go and prove it, isn't it? If we go to, look, and I don't mind, I mean it, and I mean it, that if you doubt it, we do not mind taking your crew around all the PDP states. Let the APC states also take you around. You can film them, compare and contrast. And you can show the Nigerian people what is being done. We can also give you plans of what is taking place. And you look at the Nigerian nation, a country that has existed for 53 years, isn't it? And the ills existed for all these years. And then you expect that somebody who, a party that has been in power in just about 13 years should have wiped off everything. We do not even bother about it, and we accept the criticisms, because the criticisms only spur us to doing more and more. And that is why we are a thinking, organized, and dependable party. We don't even have people that are there who have original ideas. In fact, those who are in the APC are those who left the PDP to a very large degree and helping them to do what they think that the PDP has been doing. And look at all of them. Tell me who is in APC that is not somebody that left PDP. And we do not bother. We do not care. and we still say, look, our brothers, help them to develop if they can do so. They can still come back to us to seek ideas, and we tell them what to do, if that is what they want. Because we are not afraid, because they can't surpass us. Because we do not have anybody that has the level, the articulate, and the ability to surpass the PDP the way they are going.
Dr.
Both
Dogo,
organizational and performance.
are you saying that ideologically there is nothing different between your party and the APC?
The PDP, as it is, are you getting me? We believed very sincerely in a private, enterprise-driven economy. And that is why we have taken all the steps we have done. No any other party even has an idea of what they're supposed to do.